Stay tuned for urban legends to ghostly tales of the paranormal, because now it's time for
Message on the Wall.
Message on the Wall presents The Black Lady. This is a tale that comes from the island of Jersey. It's said there was a woman who possessed magic powers. Being of African descent, with her dark skin, she became known locally as the Black Lady. There, living on the island, was also a young boy named Edward, who tended to get into all sorts of mischief, including making sarcastic remarks. But his parents warned him never to be anything but polite to the Black Lady, with her being a witch. Edward managed to obey his parents, and had always been polite in her presence. But then one day he called out, "Look, here comes the old negress." The old woman stopped and stared hard at the boy before saying, "It will be a fine day, my lad, before you eat any bread." Edward thought nothing of the retort. That was until later, when he got home. The family sat down as usual for the evening meal, only for Edward to find that he couldn't eat. Remembering the words of the Black Lady, he told his parents what had happened. For several days this continued, with Edward becoming weaker, as all he could do was drink water, but not a crumb of food would pass his lips. He finally became so weak that he was reduced to bed, with his parents being beyond despair, as it was obvious Edward was not going to live much longer. In the hope of talking the Black Lady into removing the spell, a thorough search was made, but she couldn't be found. The days turned into weeks, and the weeks into months, with doctors being unable to do anything. But then one morning Edward woke, feeling full of energy, that he jumped from his bed and ran downstairs. There, on the kitchen table, he found half a loaf of bread, and ate it all up before his parents found him. They were surprised and delighted that Edward was back to his old self, being able to eat once again. Later that day the doctor called to see how Edward was doing, and was told the boy had fully recovered. The doctor told them that Edward's recovery was very interesting, as that very morning the Black Lady had died, and her curse on Edward must have died with her. You have been listening to Message on the Wall, brought to you in association with Paranormal Parodies. You can find Paranormal Parodies at paranormal-parodies.com.